Alright, so this is a predominantly Catan channel, so y'all should know by now that I love this game. And in this Catan challenge, we are playing Cities and Nights on the Treasure Island Seafarer scenario, and the challenge is to build one Metropolis and win the game. And that is exactly what we're going to do. So let's get right into it. As I said, Treasure Island, so each island you build on is an extra victory point, and then plus there's a little treasure chest for you to discover either resources, a progress card, 2 roads or ships for free that you can build. I love those treasure chests. And unfortunately, the first island I discover only has a brick and a desert hex, but we still get a treasure chest from it, and of course we get a brick from discovering the brick hex, so that's not too bad, but it is alright. And we have our knight built. The barbarians roll in, defeat us because some of our other online players, yes, I'm playing online because I love playing online now. Red has to burn a city, which is the worst feeling. You have no traction whatsoever anymore because you've had to burn a city. It's really bad. So I improve on my city improvements, and I get to build 2 roads, because I have a little bit of luck of the dice this game, and I set myself up for success by building on sheep, stone, or whatever you want to call it, so that I can get my knights going and activate them because I have a 4 wheat. And now I'm going to get a settlement, and I'm glad I built that extra road so I could get a settlement on that 6 wood, 3 sheep instead of just on the 3 sheep. So by not building on just the 3 sheep, I did sacrifice getting that stone port, but I'm not too worried about it because of course I'm going to get a merchant later in this game because we're on Cities and Nights, and I have city improvements on the cloth Metropolis, and I just swipe everybody's stone with that resource monopoly, and then I expertly trade in for a city, so that was pretty fun. Ben there, gray color, he's got alchemist. He's gonna get himself a 4 because of course you're going to use alchemist for yourself, but I actually benefit from it. Even though my 4 wheat is shut down, I do get a singular wood, and then I'm going to put my merchant on the wood so I get to trade it in at a 2-for-1 rate, and I get the science bonus second. Ben there has it first, I get the science bonus second. You're going to see everybody in this game eventually get the science bonus, and that's kind of a running theme. And as my resources get taken away by a different resource monopoly by another player, that's kind of a running theme in Cities and Nights. If you get the science bonus first, you're generally going to win. That's just how it goes. And look, Ben there, he already had the science bonus. He gets the science Metropolis. So he is definitely on a roll, but I'm still 2 victory points ahead of him. Oh, now 1 victory point because he just got Defender of Catan. So I'm still just a little bit ahead of him. And this was a pretty close game. As you can see, everybody's at 7 points right now except for me. I'm at 8. And I do swipe that longest road to push me ahead to 10. And this is an example. Treasure chests can contain progress cards. And I'm just going to use Inventor immediately because why not? I do not want anybody to spy on it and steal it from me because that's the only one I have. Plus Inventor is such a hot progress card, it's most likely to be stolen if I had like Inventor and like Engineer, like ooh, build a city wall for free. Well, yeah, big whoop. So I steal a red's 9 off the stone, I put it on the wheat, so I have a 9 wheat on my treasure island, and he is stuck with an 11 on his stone, which kind of sucks. Although 11 did get rolled here and there in this game, so it's not terrible. Ben there gets road building, and now it's kind of halfway through the game, and you see how he, on the main island, he just built on the 3 wheat, 6 brick, 11 wheat. You'll see later on Red is also going to build to the center of the mainland as well. So early on in the game, everybody's focused on getting off the main island and exploring the treasure islands, but once that allure kind of wears off of like getting an extra victory point or finding a treasure chest, you gotta look back toward the main island. Keep it in the back of your mind because there are still some good spots that nobody's building on the main island. And plus, if you're building in the middle of the island, you're going to get a settlement on 3 different hexes, which is pretty good. And now I move my knight from the main island over to my 4 wood because I want to get that pirate ship out of there, because whoever put it on there knew that if I didn't have a knight around that hex, I was going to have to wait for a 7 on my turn, because everybody else is going to leave the pirate ship there if a 7 gets rolled, and instead they're going to move the robber to one of my other hexes because I'm just doing really well and I'm in the lead for most of the game. So they know I'm a big threat to their loss and me winning the game. And I end up moving the pirate ship over to red and that water hex there because I didn't want red to discover those 2 hexes, because I was like, I don't know what they are. They could probably be something really hot. I know both golds have been discovered. Red is on the 3 gold on the right top right hand corner of your screen, and blue has discovered the 5 gold. But I'm going to actually build on the 5 gold as well, not only to have a gold, but also to shut blue off from going anywhere near my 9 wheat on my treasure island, because it's mine. I don't want anybody else building on it. I don't want blue to catapult himself to 10 points just by building a settlement on there. So I'm going to make him go the hard way. He's going to have to build 2 roads, build a settlement on the 5 gold a second time, and then build ships over to the 9 wheat if he really wants it. But he ends up not, and Longest Road is basically down between me in contest and red pretty much. Blue had it for a little while, but now we've kind of shut him off from both sides. Red from the right side of his little ship route on the bottom of your screen, and me from the left kind of, so that was pretty nice, pretty strategic. And blue is going to use Master Merchant. I already know I'm getting taken from. He's going to take a wood and a cloth, and I was like, yeah, there wasn't much I could do about that. I mean, Ben there is at 12 points as well as me, and red is not far behind 11, but I've just had so much momentum that I was like, oh, for sure he's taken from me, like no question. But I haven't built my 1 Metropolis to complete this challenge, but it is going to come at the very end of the game. Ben there has a Science Metropolis. Oh, dry throat for a second. And I'm going to get the Politics Metropolis with the one you pay with coin to get to, the blue one. And now I'm going to solidify Longest Road, put me up to 14 victory points, and then I do get that treasure chest that was below the 5 gold on that desert hex. And blue finally gets the science bonus this late in the game. Red got it earlier, and of course I had it and gray had it. Now there's another defeat from the barbarians. Red has to burn a city again. I believe that's the same city Red burnt earlier in the game, which is pretty funny. And no one else had to because we all were diligent with our knights. And Red is just now going to discover those 2 treasure island hexes. And the first one was water. He gets nothing. He does take merchant from me, so I do drop down to 13 victory points. And you're going to see he builds another ship, and there's still nothing out there. There was literally nothing. He does get that treasure chest. And then a futile attempt, he uses inventor, and he takes my 5 stone and gives me an 11 instead, and gives himself a 5 stone. But at this point, the game is all mine. So I have merchant, which is going to give me an extra victory point, which puts me up to 14. I'm going to trade like mad, like crazy, with all my sheep, my cloth, my wood, and I just end up having just enough to trade in for the 4 coin I need to build my 1 Metropolis to win the game. Thank you for watching this challenge. If you like my unorthodox Catan challenges, some unorthodox more than others, please check out my Catan Universe playlist on my channel. Consider dropping a subscribe. Thank you all for watching. As always, balls out. I didn't say balls in, but I do say balls out, and I also said it in the chat.